We were going with like powered by AI, like, yeah, curated by humans.
I like that.
Yeah, it's quite good, right?
Yeah,
that's
that's good.
Yeah.
In brackets, the moat is the data.
Yeah. Intelligence on top. Yeah.
Oh, it's a judgment layer. Yeah. And systems.
What they're looking for is there a business out there that can attack the influencer services, the media and marketing services industry, which is massive, but with a product first mindset, an AI native mindset to take advantage of what's going on right now.
And what is that advantage? Is that achieving better margins? Is that growing faster? Is that getting a bigger TAM, or is it?
Yeah, I think it's speed.
Yeah.
I think it's efficiency. I think it's quality. It's all of those things. You have campaign managers spending loads of time, right, just doing that singular task. For us, we have trained our AI on thousands and thousands of conversations. So now drafts are written for our campaign managers before they go out the door, right? So it's just an approval process. We then have different tones of voice that they can use for when they're pushing stuff out. And that one kind of like concentration point, we spent months like working that out and implementing that has cut out just an incredible amount of time for a singular employee.
Question.
Yeah.
Can you engineer influence?
To a certain extent.
Yeah.
And then you need great people.
Powered by AI, curated.
Curated by humans, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Nice.
Exactly.
Hello. We are here with Dev. How do I pronounce your surname? Karaca?
Karaca.
Karaca?
Yeah.
Where is that from?
It's Turkish. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's actually, I took my wife's name as well. So now I'm Amaratunga Karaca.
Wow.
Yeah, so Devran Amaratunga Karaca. Just thought I'd make it really complicated for my kids.
Yeah. Nice. We've got Dev, CEO and co-founder of Kyra, on the ThisThat podcast. This year's theme is Making Influence Investable, and today we're asking whether you can engineer influence. You and I are building the same future from two different sides. Dare I say, you're the next gen WPP and we're the next gen Kantar. Kyra is the operating system for modern influence, turning campaigns into a predictable growth channel. And ThisThat is an influence intelligence company. We help brands grow and govern influence with measurement intelligence at every stage of marketing. Both of us use AI first and have built it on proprietary data. You've said influence marketing is still treated like a gamble, and the fix is a system. So can you engineer influence? That is what we're going to get into today. Dev, CEO and co-founder of Kyra, building the operating system for modern influence, making influence and marketing predictable at scale, a proprietary data layer across 1 billion plus profiles, and tens of millions of social assets combining AI with human judgment. Trusted by H&M, Shark Ninja, CoverGirl, and Rippling, you've raised a $50 million Series A and previously built Dojo to 1 million downloads. You've built the infrastructure that makes influence scale. Nobody is better placed to talk about how influence becomes a real engineered growth channel.
Nice. No one.
I'm really excited to have you here.
Cheers, mate.
We've got 4 parts. We're going to go through services as the new software, the data is the moat, AI for scale, and the part you can't engineer.
Nice.
And then we'll have a... Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. It's a good 4-parter. Yeah.
We'll also have a fun rapid fire, this at the end, all building on how influence becomes a real infrastructure and what it takes to make it investable.
Nice.
So, part 1, services as the new software. Sequoia say that the next $1 trillion company will be a software company masquerading as a services firm. Kyra has moved mountains doing exactly this. Last year we had Marina on the podcast who said that your team were able to cut delivery by 40%, delivery time by 40%, and scale a client from 1 to 7 regions with only 2 extra hires.
Yeah.
Why does it work? What is the future business model here? how should founders and leaders be thinking about this, and how does it change jobs?
Yeah, nice. I think you've got to think of your business as a product business, right? So over the last year, we've invested a lot of money, people, time, energy from myself through to my co-founder, Nick, who is obviously a technical engineering co-founder, to concentrate on the product side of the business at equal weight as the other sides of the business. Obviously, everyone knows within agencies and influencer and all of this stuff, campaign management, creative discovery, all the operational sides are really, really important. But actually, can you focus on the product side of the business? Can you focus on the data? Can you focus on how to integrate AI into different parts of the system to make it more effective? For me, that is what Sequoia are kind of talking about in that article. It's when you actually lift under the hood of an agency business, do you see loads and loads of people, or do you actually see a product business that's operated by technical people and has incredible tastemakers and kind of the judgment layer sitting on top of it? That for me is the future potentially of where agency services is kind of running towards, especially with all of these advancements in AI at the moment. And that's where we're kind of making our big bet, is pushing products, pushing technical capability, pushing AI as much as we possibly can, and at the same time trying to hire the best people on kind of the campaign and agency side of the business. Yeah.
What is the workflow for that? Do you have humans do things manually, have judgment calls and things, you see patterns, then try and automate that, or?
You all it's just an absolute myth that you're never going to need people and manual processes to the whole thing. What we tried to do over the last year is go, where along this actually extremely complicated workflow, if you think about influencer marketing, it's 1,000 different touch points across the entire thing to get from an initial strategy through to all of these assets being live. And that would just be one singular campaign. When you're actually talking about creator programs, you're talking about affiliates, you're talking about gifting, you're talking about integrating all of these different types of things. Then you're talking about creators, then reaching out, onboarding them, contracting them, making assets, pushing all of that out, reporting on it, etc. All of this is 1,000 different touch points. So we're going in and going, across here, where are people spending the most amount of their time? And where could technology basically just replicate it, do almost sometimes a better job than potentially humans can do? And where can AI...
Do you find that happens most with the algorithmic tasks, it's just repetitive, or where does that happen?
A simple example would be email back and forth with creators, right? To try and negotiate fees and
interesting.
It's something that sometimes when you look at
hundreds of thousands of creators,
hundreds of creators, hundreds of email threads that you're kind of going through to get to this final thing, and you have campaign managers spending loads of time, right, just doing that singular task. For us, we have trained our AI on thousands and thousands of conversations. So now drafts are written for our campaign managers before they go out the door, right? So it's just an approval process. We then have different tones of voice that they can use for when they're pushing stuff out. And that one kind of concentration point, we spent months working that out and implementing that, has cut out just an incredible amount of time for a singular employee.
I've seen I've seen marketing messaging around like being able to launch and scale within days or very short time periods. Is that something that's been unlocked through this?
Yeah, for me, it's like, can you achieve speed, but also really high quality going out the door? It's like, it's easy to do speed if you don't care about what you're actually achieving. So if you take a brand that wants to gift 1,000 creators and they want to do it in the next 10 to 14 days, well, the way that you cast those 1,000 creators, can you effectively cast 1,000 creators? To be able to do that, you need your own data, right? You need your own creator discovery. And then you can layer on top the kind of algorithms that you've built in-house to basically cast. Can you find creators that post PR gifting on a regular basis? Can you find creators that post about this brand specifically on a regular basis? Can you find creators that have a posting cadence of like every single day, because that's going to increase the amount of time that the likelihood that they're actually going to post. All of these things weighted into an algorithm to like actually cast the creators quickly. Then reach out, then onboard them into a flow, and then you're away, and you can do it quickly.
We'll be able to have chances to go into the AI scale, the data's a moat. I can feel us like wanting to tap into those. There's a few bits I want to capture from this like service, the new software. So being a founder who has fundraised a large chunk of money, you will have that thought process of what is attractive to investors. Like an article of like Sequoia coming out saying service is the new software. The next $1 trillion is a services company masquerading as a software company masquerading as a services company. Why do you think that is, or like what is attractive about this kind of business model?
If you compare, take something like legal, right? That you're seeing so much investment pour into, right, at the moment. If you compare the total market size of legal services versus legal tech, it's like a crazy difference.
Services to software is a 6-to-1
ratio. Exactly. So of course it's extremely incentivizing for these types of investors to be getting into, right? So what they're looking for is there a business out there that can attack the influencer services, the media and marketing services industry, which is massive, but with a product first mindset, an AI native mindset, to take advantage of what's going on right now.
And what is that advantage? Is that achieving better margins? Is that growing faster? Is that getting a bigger TAM, or is it?
I think it's speed. I think it's efficiency. I think it's quality. It's all of those things. That's where every single day, that's like what we're like focused on. Ultimately, with large marketing agencies, media agencies, they're doing a lot of incredible work, but there is a lot of people behind that, which ultimately affects margins, right? Can you achieve what those people can achieve, but with an engine behind you?
Well, speaking to like the AI doing the negotiations.
Just since that's one
so many of those.
One simple thing, right? We watch, like when we talk to clients, loads of agencies are still manually going out to social platforms, seeing when things go live, and then putting that into a spreadsheet. That is a singular person that is going and doing that, right? Whereas we, as soon as our creators go live, their links automatically come in. We're visually mapping the content to see if they've actually posted about the product. And that's all been done automatically.
So for founders or business leaders out there thinking about this, is it like if you're just the tool, the next deployment of Claude might just replicate your tool, so you're kind of fucked?
Maybe. Who knows? I think we all need to be thinking about that. So And
then the complexity that comes with a service can reduce that, because actually then that new update that Claude comes out with, you're gassed about, because now your whole product gets better.
Yeah.
So it's, yes, de-risked, but then the TAM is, what, 6 times the size?
Yeah.
Building out the technology, you can scale faster, you're more attractive, and the margins are better.
Mate, the Claude example is really good, because we've been trying to use AI vision to watch content, to map it against products automatically. We've been trying to do that for years, but we haven't been able to do it at the right cost. It's been too expensive. Over the last year, that cost just came way down, and suddenly this entire way of working has been opened up.
That's amazing.
And that for us is like, okay, now we can automatically understand when creators are going live and posting about things. When they're posting about things and not talking about the brand, they're not putting it in the caption, they're not putting it in whatever, the transcript even, they're just showing it. Now we can basically show brands, this creator you paid this creator like in September, but actually in October, November and December, they posted about you and you didn't even pay them. So now something that cost you 5k initially actually costs you 1.25k, right? Because they posted about you 3 extra times. And that is all completely open. So we've all just got to stay aware of like the tech and where it's going.
That's great that you can capture that, to attribute that as well. There's a lot of attribution that's lost. Wait, so if we've captured a few things. So it's that you've got a better product.
I'll just bounce around.
Better margins, bigger TAM. How would you like force rank? Like why is this an attractive business model? Like choose your top 3 reasons.
It's a good question. When we're assessing, maybe it does come down to the business model of it. We're looking at our workforce, right, and our revenue, and revenue per employee, mapping that against traditional agencies, and then mapping that against software companies, right? Software companies is out here like $1 million per employee at a really high margin. Agencies might be kind of like a 1-to-1 kind of ratio in terms of scaling up. We're at the moment sitting more in the middle of these two things. As we continue to deploy more and more technology, we're shifting towards that like software layer. So we're going to be able to get hopefully software margins and software multiplier in terms of valuation and things like that. So I think from a business model perspective, it's the revenue per employee and what you can achieve with one single person. I do also think you have to then look at the types of roles within businesses as well. At the moment, can actually one person start to do like multiple things? Is that possible? That is a conversation that we're like constantly going through in our office. And like, is it almost like American football? Like people have like these like absolute specialisms and they come on and they just do that. Like, do you find the best casting person in the world for a specific niche like skincare or something like that, and they know everything, and therefore they can use the tech and almost like optimize like everything in that one process, right? So that's also another thing that we're thinking about. Do we have specialisms? Do some roles merge over time and that sort of thing? So that's another way that you get the efficiencies. And then I just think it's so, because there's so much money already being spent in this market, it's so like disruptable at the moment that it's just such a huge opportunity, right? And so that's the other reason why they're interested.
Goldmine of insight here. Something that was, you sparked my mind there with the run rate per FTE. There's also a huge cost to having multiple people in just knowledge transfer.
Mate.
And like context being lost, having to repeat information. The fewer people you have, you can move so much faster.
So much faster. we try to like counteract that by integrating AI like into so much of our business, right?
Yeah.
So we have our own internal agent.
Have you come across a second brain concept?
No.
No? Tell me about this. Might be
Well,
this,
yeah, like we transcript most of our meetings, right? Obviously can't transcript all of them, but they then are publicly available within our agent.
Yeah.
We then have all of our creator data. We have everything from like the infrastructure of the business available within the agent.
Yeah.
And so anyone can query that, right? At any point, it's just a conversational thing. And so that is helping us bring like this kind of like miss of flow, rather than pinging someone on Slack and waiting 3 or 4 hours for them to maybe reply, especially as we're like completely remote and global.
Dude, there's so much in this space. It's so cool how you like just have the instinct to build these things. There's a guy called Andrew Karpathy. He was one of the co-founders of OpenAI. He's left and he's pioneering a bunch of things, but one of his main areas of focus is this thing called the second brain. And then at the same time, the Twitter co-founder wrote an article, can't remember the exact name of it, but the concept was that AI will allow you to get rid of middle management. And it explained that we've had the same org structure since the Roman Empire. Back then you'd have 8 soldiers inside a tent, and you'd have enough tents to have 50 soldiers. And then you'd have a chapter of 5,000 people. And
That's just stayed.
It's not changed. And the constraint has been information transfer. But this now being able to have information in a transcript pulled into an AI that everyone could have access to and can speak to, and that can also have access to creator information. Now you can speak to one single source of truth that if you're making decisions, that source of truth will understand that information, and someone joining can have that information.
It's honestly, can you just decrease the amount of time that it takes to make a decision, basically, and like make an action and like impact. That's just what that's what we're thinking about at the moment. Well, it's been this year where we're just like keep going deeper and deeper and deeper. Can you come off a call with a client where you've talked about the brief, you've like asked them all of the questions, discovery questions, can you get to a strategy within 24 hours? But the thing, like, it's, when you tell people that, they assume you're doing it quickly. The quality's not there. No, the quality's better because the transcript's got everything. As long as we are following all of the questions that we know that we need to ask, it's all there. You've got the brief, you've got access to all of our data, you've got everything there. And then when I'm hiring, it's about hiring people who are exceptional at what they do, right? Exceptional at creative strategy, so that they can look at all of this information, they can look at the first draft that's been put out, edit that, go with that, and then move it forward.
Love that.
Yeah.
That's sick. Okay, data moat. I think we're going to move into that. So, got a quote here. Your co-founder Nick.
Oh yeah. Where did you get that? From his LinkedIn. Thought you gave him a call or something.
Just down at the skate park. He said that AI is a commodity and that data is the moat.
Yeah. Nice.
What does that mean?
Very profound.
Yeah, I like that. It's provocative. You guys have built your own data infrastructure from scratch. Maybe that's an angle to start with.
Yeah. I think that there's loads of elements to this, right? But if everyone has access to the same data and everyone has access to the same AI, then you can iterate on the process. Sure. But what our bet is we're going deeper with the data. So we're trying to bring in millions and millions of videos every day, right? And the problem with video is all of the information the richness of it is stuck in the video. Very different to actually probably 10 years ago or whatever, where everything's online, everything's on Twitter, so it's all in text. So actually it's a lot easier to almost like run models on top of that.
Yeah.
So we're bringing in millions and millions of videos every day. We're then transcribing them. We're then using vision to watch them. We're saying what products are in there, what actually is the sentiment that the creator is saying, what's the hook, what's the format, what's the category, what's the description of the video. All of these like really rich things that you can't get from the text or anything like that. You can only get from really a human watching it. You'd be able to do that. So we're almost trying to just take everything that a human would take from a video and applying that at scale. Doing that to millions of videos every day, essentially indexing them, and then that is then available to build on top of. So we've almost got like 3 layers that we're trying to build.
Okay.
We've got data coming in, which is millions of videos. We've then got the intelligence layer on top. So what can we actually take from that data? Hooks, all of that sort of stuff, products, brands, everything. And then you've got the judgment layer, the action layer. So I want to see which creators over the last 3 months have been talking about this brand or have been doing particularly well with this format, or I want to look at a competitor's products and I want to see which formats have been working for them. And then that's going to affect what I'm doing and the strategy that I'm doing and which creators I pick and all of that kind of process stuff after. But the richness of the data is what allows you to make better decisions, more informed decisions, predictive decisions, right? So that's like,
that's one. Speed.
Yeah.
Like you've got, you've got a pitch that you do within 24 hours, but you've now for a long period been collecting 1 million videos every single day.
It's crazy.
And so you don't have to have someone that's, I mean, it's still better to have someone plugged in and sees it and feels it, but effectively
but that's the thing is you've got to apply both. It doesn't mean that the person who's then looking at it can't be obsessed with what they're doing. If we don't have those two things, if you don't have the data and the underlying thing, and then the person that's super obsessed with that niche or that type of content, etc., they won't read the right things, they won't prompt with the right things, and so you end up not getting the quality. And we found that that's something that we've gone through loads.
Something you speak to quite a lot is systems. And so your co-founder says AI is a commodity, data is the moat. But what you've just explained sounds like a system, those 3 different layers. What's more important, getting the data or having the systems? Or unpack that for me.
I think the other thing that I put alongside systems and plays into it is brands, agencies to a certain extent are very fragmented, right? And that's where the information flow starts to really mess up. But they're using one platform to track things. They're using email to send emails out. They're using spreadsheets to report and send things. And then you look at a global enterprise brand, they've got their internal team, maybe executing macros and celebrities. They're outsourcing to agencies to do different regions because they may have a specific niche in that. They've got TikTok Shop over here. They've got platforms that they're using for tracking. They've got all of these different things. None of them are speaking to each other, right? None of them have a crossover in data. None of them have a crossover in system. You might have one agency actually reaching out to a creator here that you have no idea that this brand actually worked with in the past, right? Actually, you could have worked out that they took this fee there and therefore you didn't need to offer this over here, etc. Like our whole thing is trying to move everything into the same place so that we all have access to the same information and we can run that through the same system.
Could you, maybe you can't speak to the name of the brand, but could you speak to like how this looks like in real life if you were to deploy this kind of work?
We try, what we believe in is a lot of the technology that is powering Kyra that we've built for ourselves, right? To make us best in class for casting, best in class for reaching out and onboarding. Really where we do operate best is this huge scale, but then also applying it and allowing us to spend more time on the human instinct and judgment stuff. We think that that technology is really powerful. And for some of our clients, some of our like really deep partners, we're trialing actually giving them access to a lot of that software and seeing if we can actually embed that software in their processes and their business as well, so that we can all operate from the same system, which I think speaks to the Sequoia article, because I think in that they're really talking about software and the ways that you integrate it and the kind of I forgot about that. But so we're just trialing that at the moment so that we can all have the same system, the same information, because they want to know everything that's going on. These social first businesses that are basically driving their business with social, like that is like the most, for some of the companies that we work with, that's the most important department in their entire business. It's driving everything. They're making product decisions based on what's going on social. So they need those signals. If those signals are not correct, if those signals are fragmented across all of these different agencies and internal, etc., then how do they make the most informed decisions? They can't. So that's part of like what we're trying to do.
That and to your point, that is exactly what the Sequoia article is about. It's the title is in itself somewhat deceiving. It says service is the new software. But then they go on to describe that the next $1 trillion business is a software company masquerading as a services business, and it's you sell the service because it's easier to get into. If you're selling a
people
software,
know how to buy it.
You've got an existing line item that you pay for. It's a vendor swap out. It's much easier to get, versus like selling a software could be more like a reorg. They have to change their whole business model. But as soon as they like it, and they like it a lot, they will then want to start bringing that in-house because they'll see the power of that. And so the service is actually just the way in. But then what you want to do is for them to then adopt that themselves. And so it sounds like that's exactly what you're naturally already exploring. I want to go into the next part, which is about AI at scale, because we keep tapping into that a little bit. And I really like the angle of the information transfer as well. You said you do that internally, which I suppose also helps with the product and the delivery itself. Scaling influencer programs in the past used to mean just getting armies of people. AI changes that. Where do you see the highest leverage coming from AI?
On loads of people being thrown at it, I'm absolutely like not against that. It massively works, and creators love relationships. Right? It's actually really important to them. So for me, it's, can we combine those things together? If we're I think people can get maybe the wrong kind of perception with what we're doing. I don't think AI is going to solve everything. I think that it can solve a lot of problems in this mix.
But you've used language like intelligence and judgment. Right. It's easier to replicate the rules that you have in intelligence, but harder to replicate the taste of judgment.
Absolutely.
But you're also speaking to the human relationship there as well.
Absolutely. Like, I want to make the creators, in the same way that we're building this tech for us internally to make the people in our business more effective, and just enjoy their job more, right? Do the things that they actually signed up to do.
Yeah.
Right? I need to flip that over to creators and get them to
do more of the job that they like as well.
Yeah, they don't want to be
negotiating.
Negotiating themselves. They don't want to be like uploading their video to a portal and getting it signed off and etc. Like, as an example, regularly creators, they will forget some really key things that we did put in the brief. Every influencer agency will attest to that, right? Oh, they got the caption wrong, they didn't tag it properly, they spelled something wrong, there was a competitor product in it, something like that, right? So all we did was build a first sort of stage AI system. When the creator inputs their video or their manager, it watches it,
gives feedback.
It gives like the basic feedback. Caption was wrong, you had competitor product in the background, the brief did say this and you didn't actually mention this, so that might be worth thinking about. We're never saying this is right or wrong, we're just saying these are the things that we flagged. Do you still want to upload it?
Yeah.
And we've had creators come back and say this is actually incredibly helpful because we don't have to wait hours for somebody to come back, etc. They just upload it, get it back immediately, go change it, and even that changes that timeline massively, right? So yeah.
So if you were to pinpoint into like one word or one sentence, what is the highest leverage
that
AI gives for scale?
Just cuts out all the really boring things that you don't want to do, basically.
I like that. Yeah.
Honestly, that's just where we're trying to apply it.
I like the take of your team being able to do the work that they like the most as well.
Yeah. I love casting.
Okay.
Like, genuinely think I'm really good at it.
Yeah.
Right? And I've always loved it. Like, we've worked in this world for a really long time, right?
Yeah.
We've made content, we've managed creators, like, we've been in it. I consistently argue with Nick on the tech side that I can beat him at casting. I will get a higher approval rate, I'll get better metrics, etc. But the combination of the two of us, i.e. me being able to quickly prompt all of our data and then make the judgment on top,
it's next level.
How quick that can iterate and how quickly you can get to the answer. And I do find in this you come up with amazing strategies. So just as an example, I'll give we wanted to re-engage creators that had stopped talking about a brand, but they used to talk about them loads, right? So we looked at, over the last 180 days, which creators hadn't talked about the brand that previously made at least like 5+ posts in the 180 days before that. And then I go through that, quickly look through them, then we outreach to them and onboard them into a program to re-engage them. And the way that we talk to them is like completely different as well. The outreach message is different because of the strategy. We know the past and everything that's come in. But if I was a singular person, I can come up with that strategy, but how do I execute it if I don't have access to all the data in one place? So yeah,
it's a lot more time.
Yeah, the combination of the two is the future. It's not one or the other. It's
so
both.
I liked how, like you said, it sharpens the approach, not just makes it more efficient.
Yeah.
You could also have an idea, and this would say, no, you're completely wrong, and you might second question, and you'll, oh, fuck, I forgot that thing.
Exactly. Yeah. I think people always, they go AI efficiency, and that's it. I'm like, no, AI is going to make us brilliant. We just need to use it in the right way and not over-index on giving it the judgment call. Yeah. That is totally wrong. Like the amount of times we've given the brief, we've prompted, we've given all the context, and then output is, okay, you should work with these 20 creators. If you went and put that straight to the brand, they would be like, you're wrong. You've got these 10 right and these 10 wrong. So you just need that last bit on top. Yeah.
I think that segues quite nicely to the part 4, the bit you can't engineer. So the title of this episode is Can You Engineer Influence?
Yeah.
How would you define the area that you can't engineer?
I mean, everyone talks about it, right? Taste, cultural understanding. I think that you can engineer the data layer and the intelligence layer to support you in that. And that's just training. That's just like constant training, and also the richness of what you're trying to draw out. But just those like instincts of like what's right in this moment, very, very, very difficult to be able to engineer that.
Yeah.
And so when we're hiring, we're really looking for people who are absolutely obsessed with that niche or that type of creator. So they're super motivated, they're absorbing content on a daily basis anyway about that thing. And that layer that they're applying on top, I don't know. I don't see that being replicated in the next few years. I might be totally wrong, but who knows what's going to happen in 5 to 10.
You had, I was trying to look at my notes here, you had something about like AI fill gap, human curated.
Yeah.
Is there a tagline that you guys have for that?
Yeah, I think we kind of said like, we've fiddled around with this like so often. I think we said like we were going with like powered by AI, like, curated by humans.
I like that.
Yeah, it's quite good, right?
Yeah,
that's all right.
Good.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, every single thing that goes out the door,
in brackets, the moat is the data.
Yeah. Intelligence on top. Yeah.
Oh, it's a judgment layer. Yeah. And systems. We
might need to work on it. Yeah.
The article that Sequoia writes actually it puts it quite neatly. They have this quadrant where which they use to sort of segment different verticals or different business areas for the readers, readers being investors. So like this is the market to look out for. This is where it's going to happen now. This is the next market where it's going to happen next, and so on and so forth. The two axes they have, one is outsourced versus insourced.
Okay.
So outsourced being an easy sell, vendor swap. Insourced being a harder sell because you have to do a reorg. And then on the one other axis, you've got intelligence, which is just easy copying and pasting rules.
Okay.
On the left, you've got judgment, which they describe as requiring experience.
Okay.
And you've touched on exactly those words as well. And what they're saying is like, if it's outsourced vendor swap and intelligence, super easy to replace and to sell. So it's like accounting. You might use QuickBooks to do your accounting, and you might spend 10 grand a year on that. But you'll still get an accountancy firm and spend 100 grand to do your books at the end of the day.
Mate, you can see Ramp is doing that right now.
Yeah.
Right? They literally started out as complete software for expenses and banking and finance and HR and things like that, right? And now they're launching like pure kind of service.
End-to-end service.
Yeah, like replacement.
Yeah.
So they're doing that same thing on that end of the scale.
Yeah.
And then obviously we talked about legal, but yeah.
And then they say the ones to watch out for, or like the future world, where right now it's less of AI being an autopilot and more of a co-pilot, is where that judgment layer comes in. So everything you're saying speaks so much to what they do.
And where does advertising sit?
They popped advertising in the judgment and insourced. which I don't think is quite true. The world I'm exposed to is that most of and it might be because we're looking at larger scale budgets in marketing, it feels like it's a lot more outsourced.
I think at the enterprise level, yes.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the year, I was battling with actually every brand wants to insource what they're doing in this space, but as I've gone through the year, I don't think that is the case, and I don't think it's possible at the scale that they're working at. Just watching like how quickly they want to bring things to market. I think with procurement processes, with the processes that they have in their businesses, they do need to outsource to a certain extent.
So it's not even just the procurement to be able to work with them that we face.
Yeah.
It's internal
procurement. Internally.
Okay.
Like recruitment.
Yes, of course.
It's like you wanna start
hard to scale up and scale down.
Operating in Spain.
Yeah.
And you want to go live, but you want to go live now.
Yeah.
Like we're talking about, one of the businesses that we work with, they're looking at signals.
Yeah.
Using our data, where their content is being viewed.
Yeah.
Which we've built our own proprietary algorithm to work out.
Yeah.
From engagement levels, etc. Like where's content actually being viewed? Because it's different to where the audience demographic is, right? Because
that's true as well. Yeah.
Because it's an algorithm. It's an algorithmic feed, so it's irrelevant where the creator is actually from. So we're working out where it's being viewed, and then we're doing that across all of the content, and then we're seeing, okay, actually, they're getting a lot of buzz in this country that has no product in it right now. And so they're looking at these signals as places that they could actually expand into, right, over time. So social starts to become this like signal engine for where the product and the business should actually start operating. These are like high level like business decisions that are being made on this data. Then they're looking at, okay, we want to expand in that country. We don't have a team there. We need to scale up. We need to get our product over there. We need to get retailers, etc., and get going. So sometimes it's the internal systems that they have and the processes that they have to go through that make it hard to then act upon those things. Yeah.
That's actually a great to be able to offer both. So that they can tap into your resource when they need.
That's why I think it's that the future. I battled on it over and over, but the hybrid model of them being able to tap into. Well, we have people on the ground in Spain, so you can use us for this launch or this thing here.
Well, I suppose it's the right go-to-market. Like once they've set that up, then they can start building in-house for that itself. But if the signals push, now we need to go to Italy, they can then scale there as well.
Yeah. Exactly. It allows them to be flexible if they can utilize you for that. But I do really think that is on the like enterprise level. I think the smaller, more nimble teams.
Yeah.
They're in-housing a lot right now. And it's just really, the ones that we work with are tech and kind of like growth companies that are looking to just push as
aggressively as they can.
As aggressively as they can, because they know that social is just this outsized opportunity to get attention.
We've gone through a couple of areas. We've gone through services as software. We've captured data as the moat. Gone through AI at scale, we've gone through the part you can't engineer.
Yeah.
Question.
Yeah.
Can you engineer influence?
To a certain extent.
Yeah.
And then you need great people.
Powered by AI, curated.
Curated by humans, yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Nice.
Exactly.
Are you ready for a rapid fire?
Yes.
Let's go. Influencer as a channel or influence as a strategy?
influence as a strategy.
Why?
I think for me, everything starts there, and then it's how that plays out. I mean, obviously, influence as a channel works too, but
No, I like it.
Yeah, but I think I'm just like, whenever I'm talking to CMOs or VPs or the brand,
Yeah.
I'm trying to understand what they're actually trying to achieve.
Yeah.
First.
Yeah.
And then we can work out how to do it.
And influence is what they care about more.
Yeah, exactly. And and then you can work out the strategy of how to achieve that and kind of go from there. But yeah.
Effectiveness or influence?
How do you pick between these two things? That's crazy.
I would argue that effectiveness is a subset of influence.
Yeah. I would say I'll go influence, because it is going to include the effectiveness layer.
There's an article that McKinsey wrote called "A Better Way to Build Brand."
Yeah.
And they describe marketing going through 3 different eras.
Yeah.
It's a slide that I always show every Clubs T event that we have. Say the mass media era, all about reach. The personalization era, that's when the internet came out. You could target a specific person, all about effectiveness, having effective ads.
Yeah.
Then they say we're going to the community era, and that is a world in which advertising is losing control of brand and communities are gaining it. And people are being influenced not just by your ads, effective advertising, but they're also being influenced by the people around them.
Mate, that's why it's so undervalued.
Yeah.
The whole thing
is massively undervalued.
I mean, obviously that's what you're trying to achieve, right? In all of this, is like, there's so much that asset is doing for you, and that relationship is doing for you.
Yeah.
To calculate.
But you capture that by figuring out the extra posts that they make after.
No, absolutely. That's one route, right?
Yeah.
One route. It's like, stop thinking about the creator as this individual post.
Yeah.
It's not about that.
It'll cascade
the
to all of their
100%.
audiences talking about it as well.
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally that. It's like, how do you reposition a brand?
Yeah.
At the moment, well, these 10 creators, by working with them, that's then going to cause this ripple effect across the entire sphere. Oh, but off the bat, these 10 don't look like they're going to give you the most reach, the highest ROI. So, but their knock-on is crazy.
It not being captured is the Kantar do this thing every year where they announce the top 100 brands, and they give the brand value of these brands.
Okay.
And for the last 2 decades, they've had pride in how that has moved in tandem with the S&P 500. That's where they get confidence that their approach or framework works.
Yeah.
And it worked for about 2 decades, and it stopped working in 2023.
Because it didn't map up.
Didn't map up. So S&P 500 went up 25%, it's actually quite huge, from 22 to 23, and then another 25% from 23 to 24. In that time, the top 100 brands value went down 20% and up 20%. And that difference after 2 years was 60% difference, which just for those 100 brands was worth $2 trillion.
The top 7 just went up so much?
I actually don't know within, but like overall, they've lost $2 trillion. And my argument would be because they have no way of measuring the value of influence. They're limited to just effective advertising. They're not capturing that ripple effect. And that's how they've completely lost track.
How do you think it should be done then?
I think we need to understand, we need to take a human lens to it. The IPA effectiveness came out saying that influencer marketing is the most effective but the least predictable. And they're looking at it from traditional media advertising lenses. When you look at it through more of a human lens, influence itself is very predictable. Like what makes someone consider buying, what makes someone buy, what makes them advocate is very predictable. People go on the same journey. And then you can also understand what puts people into segments of being champions, what actually makes them misfits where they might be advocating but they're easily staking away to a different brand, or what makes them opponents. So we've gotten a way of understanding how those communities grow or decay over time.
Yeah.
And our data translates those human influences to actions, to buying products. And so we've built a model that allows you to understand, if you understand today's actions, you can forecast all future actions. And I would argue the best way to measure influence is actually an incremental growth of sales, of all lifetime sales. What I like about that is that it gives you the ability to have a dollar value to it. I think where effectiveness has failed is they've made it way too complicated for people. They don't understand. It's great research, but a CFO has no idea how to back it. It's so difficult. EMV, no one really backs, but people love the fact it's got a dollar value to it. It's so simple. It's
simple. Yeah.
So and you actually you have to optimize for simplicity as well.
Absolutely.
Absolute precision, but complication is not going to happen. You're going to get better outcomes if you can implement it.
Okay, you're going to work that out.
Yeah.
Right? You're going to prove that.
Yeah.
My feeling is undeniable that it works. And I think we're placing our big bet on, we just want to make our partners and ourselves brilliant at it. We're going to be the best at influencer and creator marketing. And it's almost like push for like ambition on everything that we do. Knowing that the partners that we work with are all growing significantly, investing more and more into the space. And then you on the back end are going to prove
that this works.
That all works on a dollar basis.
I think what you're also doing right now is what everyone needs. Like, the industry at this scale is now needing more governance. And governance really is intelligence to make decisions. And having signals so quick to be able to iterate so quick.
You just see data. We've had to
and systems and judgment.
All of that. We've had to increase the frequency of the data pickup that we're doing for our clients, because they need it every hour, right? Rather than every 24 hours, completely different levels.
I've got 3 more questions.
All right,
four.
Sorry, it's not really quickfire, is it?
It's prompt. Conversion or community?
Obviously community. Yes.
I agree.
I
agree. In the way in which we're looking to measure influence, we're actually seeing influence as a change in community, and community as all lifetime actions ever taken for your brand.
That's nice.
So it's actually all conversions. It's conversions today in whatever time frame you're looking
at. That's nice. That's good shit.
Thanks.
Brand
lift or MMM?
I'm brand lift. No, I'm fully behind MMM, mate. That would be so rogue. No, I mean, that's what we're investing into that space, because it brings the rest, right? So everything that we're doing can have dual purpose, but it's obviously there is a key kind of priority and KPI that you're kind of going after. But these assets serve so many other things, and they can serve the brand. It doesn't have to be both ways. And that's what we buy into anyway on brand lift versus MMM.
Community strategy or media plan?
I should have looked at these before. I mean, it feeds in, right? It feeds into the media plan and everything there, and we partner with the media agencies across most of our clients. We're now very pretty integrated with them. But even them, they're all building out these huge kind of strategy, creator arms of their business, and it's all integrating into the same place. So, yeah.
Doesn't have to be a this or that.
It doesn't have to be a this or a that, mate.
Yeah, it can be a this and that.
Yeah, exactly.
Last one, science or instinct?
It's defo both, but yeah, I do think there is a science to it, and I think people that say that there isn't, that's completely wrong. But it's science with just incredible people and instincts behind it. Yeah, making quick decisions. Yeah.
Dev, it's been
nice.
an honour.
Yeah, cheers.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me on.
Cheers.
It's great.